All right, Jeff, this past weekend, UFC 183 saw a couple of guys in the main event fail their drug test. You had Anderson Silva failed a pre-fight PED test, testing positive for steroids, and then Nick Diaz failed a post-fight drug test, testing positive for marijuana. Just your thoughts on overall, you had Jon Jones last month, all this stuff going on in MMA right now. I mean, it goes on boxing too as well, but not usually with this top-name fighters. Just thoughts on what's been going down.
Well, I mean, to me, I mean, it just goes to show that, the sport is corrupt. And I mean, not on, on the highest level when you let a guy, get away with doing cocaine. I don't care at any time, and, any time he does it, I don't care if it's before, it's after, or a certain period or anything. I mean, when you let a guy, go in the ring, and knowing that, he had cocaine in his system, who's to say that he didn't have it in his system that night or anything like that. I mean, I don't care about the pre-stuff and this and that, so on and so forth. But I mean, it's bad. It's just bad. It's just bad all the way around.
And then what about Silva? He tested positive before the fight for steroids. If they knew beforehand, what do you think about them allowing him to compete?
I mean, it just goes to show that it's a sport in which if these guys have a name, they can get away with anything. And that's bad. And that's bad for any sport. I mean, it's bad for football. It's bad for boxing. It's bad for UFC. It's bad for any sport.
Well, the failed drug tests are nothing new. It's been happening forever in boxing and MMA, but rarely have we seen this many big names. I mean, Anderson Silva and Jon Jones are, right at the top of the, the food chain there. How does that, hurt the integrity of the UFC going forward, trying to sell fights when fans have seen their last two guys in the main events, have failed drug tests?
Well, I mean, I think that, to be honest, I think some fans don't care because, some fans just want, it to be a good fight, and they don't care, who's doing what. But at the end of the day, it is a sport, and I mean, the sport should have, certain type of rules, certain type of stipulations that prevent that. But, and I'm not talking about some pre-stuff and this, that, because I mean, the thing is that if a person is doing that, that person needs help. They need help. They need some type of help, to rectify what's going on.
What do you think about them as a fighter? How pissed off would you be, or should they be held accountable in some way that they've let people go in and compete knowing that they'd fail a test? I mean, for example, should they have let Nick Diaz know that, hey, this guy failed a test, or
no? I think so. I think that, you're talking about somebody, when somebody's doing steroids. I mean, that's a PED. And so basically that's one of those situations where, it's not baseball. It's not like, Barry Bonds, or you're hitting a baseball. No, in the UFC, you're trying to knock somebody's head off. And to be in the ring with someone knowing that they're on something, I mean, it's a disgrace for the sport.
Is this something that's ever going to be able to be fixed or get under control in some way, or the fact that we're seeing top guys now getting busted for it just shows that, there's so much money involved now that there's really no way to eliminate it, especially at the highest level?
I mean, I guess the bad part about it is that, the commission claims that they're trying to clean up a sport. And when the commission allows a guy to go in the ring after failing a test of, having cocaine in his system, and then does one day rehab, I mean, it's ridiculous. And that's and not just in UFC. That's any sport. And I mean, it's almost like the commission is being bought.
So when you took steroids during your career, how did it make you feel?
It made me feel weak because I'm always weak.